Article 1. The History of Space Exploration. From Sputnik to Mars, the journey of space exploration began in earnest on October 4, 1957, with the launch of Sputnik 1 by the Soviet Union. This event marked humanity's first foray into the vast expanse of outer space, sparking a global interest and competition that became known as the space race. Sputnik 1, a small satellite weighing only 83.6 kilograms, successfully orbited the Earth, sending back radio pulses that were monitored by ground stations worldwide. The successful launch demonstrated the Soviet Union's advanced technological capabilities and set the stage for future space exploration missions. Following Sputnik's success, the United States accelerated its own space program, leading to the creation of NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, in 1958. NASA's initial missions, such as the Explorer and Pioneer programs, focused on understanding the Earth's immediate space environment. The early 1960s saw the Mercury and Gemini programs, which aimed to develop human spaceflight capabilities and gather essential data on the effects of space on the human body. These missions laid the groundwork for the ambitious Apollo program. The Apollo program represents a pinnacle in space exploration history. Announced by President John F. Kennedy in 1961, the program's primary goal was to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth. This ambitious objective was achieved on July 20, 1969, when Apollo 11's lunar module Eagle successfully landed on the moon's surface. Astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on another celestial body, a moment immortalized by Armstrong's words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." The success of the Apollo program not only demonstrated the United States' technological prowess, but also expanded humanity's understanding of the moon and space. The missions returned valuable scientific data and samples, contributing significantly to fields such as astronomy, geology, and biology. However, the high costs and changing political priorities led to the program's end in 1972, with Apollo 17 marking the last manned mission to the moon. After the Apollo program, space exploration entered a new phase characterized by international cooperation and the development of long-term projects. The Soviet Union launched the first space station, Salyut-1, in 1971, paving the way for future space habitats. This was followed by the construction and operation of more sophisticated stations like Mir and, eventually, the International Space Station ISS. The ISS, a collaborative project involving space agencies from the United States, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada, has been continuously occupied since 2000, serving as a platform for scientific research and international collaboration. The post-Apollo era also saw the advent of robotic exploration of the solar system. NASA's Viking program in the 1970s successfully landed 2 spacecraft on Mars, providing the first detailed images and scientific data from the Martian surface. The Voyager missions, launched in 1977, explored the outer planets, sending back unprecedented data and images of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, and continue to send information from beyond our solar system. In recent decades, space exploration has experienced a resurgence with renewed interest in lunar and Martian missions. NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the moon by 2024, with the long-term goal of establishing a sustainable human presence. On Mars, rovers like Curiosity, launched in 2011, and Perseverance, launched in 2020, have been exploring the planet's surface, searching for signs of past life and preparing for future human missions. Private companies have also entered the space exploration arena, bringing new energy and innovation. SpaceX, founded by Elon Musk, has developed the Falcon and Dragon spacecraft, which have been pivotal in reducing the cost of space travel and facilitating commercial space missions. SpaceX's ambitious Starship project aims to make human space travel to Mars a reality within the next decade. The future of space exploration holds exciting prospects, with plans for manned missions to Mars, asteroid mining, and even the establishment of lunar and Martian colonies. As technology advances and international cooperation continues to thrive, humanity stands on the cusp of a new era of space exploration, one that promises to expand our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Article 2. The cultural significance of traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine (TCM) has been practiced for thousands of years and remains a vital part of healthcare in China and around the world. TCM is not just a set of medical practices, but a comprehensive system that reflects the cultural and philosophical heritage of China. Its foundation is deeply rooted in the concepts of yin and yang and the five elements, which represent the interconnectedness of the human body and the natural world. The history of TCM can be traced back to ancient texts such as the Huangdi, the Yellow Emperor's Inner Canon, which dates back to the 3rd century BCE. This foundational text provides extensive insights into early medical theories, diagnostics, and treatments. TCM's longevity and continuous use are a testament to its adaptability and the high regard in which it is held in Chinese culture. One of the core principles of TCM is the balance between yin and yang, two opposing but complementary forces. Yin is associated with qualities such as coolness, darkness, and passivity, while yang is linked to warmth, light, and an activity. Health is seen as a dynamic equilibrium between these forces, and illness arises when there is an imbalance. Another critical component of TCM is the theory of the five elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Each element corresponds to different organs and functions within the body and is believed to influence various physiological and psychological states. For example, the wood element is associated with the liver and gallbladder, as well as emotions like anger and frustration. Diagnostic techniques in TCM are unique and holistic, focusing on understanding the patient's overall condition rather than just isolated symptoms. Practitioners use methods such as pulse diagnosis, tongue inspection, and observation of the patient's complexion and demeanor. These techniques aim to uncover underlying imbalances and guide appropriate treatments. Treatment methods in TCM are diverse and often incorporate natural substances and physical therapies. Herbal medicine is one of the most common treatments, utilizing plants, minerals, and animal products to restore balance and health. Acupuncture, another well-known TCM practice, involves inserting thin needles into specific points on the body to stimulate energy flow and promote healing. TCM also places significant emphasis on prevention and lifestyle. Dietary recommendations, exercise, and mindfulness practices like Tai Chi and Qigong are integral to maintaining health and preventing illness. These practices reflect the holistic approach of TCM, where the mind, body, and environment are considered interconnected. Despite its ancient origins, TCM continues to evolve and integrate with modern medical practices. Research into the efficacy of TCM treatments has increased, and many hospitals and clinics around the world now offer TCM alongside conventional medicine. This integration highlights the growing recognition of TCM's value in contemporary healthcare. However, TCM is not without its controversies. Issues such as the sustainability of certain animal products used in treatments and the need for rigorous scientific validation of TCM practices are ongoing challenges. Nonetheless, the cultural significance of TCM remains strong, as it embodies a rich tradition and holistic worldview that continues to influence millions of lives. In conclusion, traditional Chinese medicine is much more than an ancient healthcare system. It is a living tradition that encompasses cultural, philosophical, and practical dimensions. Its emphasis on balance, holistic diagnosis, and natural treatments offers valuable perspectives in the pursuit of health and well-being. As TCM continues to adapt and integrate with modern medicine, its cultural significance and practical applications are likely to endure for generations to come. Article 3. The cultural and historical significance of the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games, an event with roots tracing back to ancient Greece, are a symbol of international unity and athletic excellence. They were first held in 776 BCE in Olympia, Greece, and served not only as a sporting event, but also as a religious festival in honor of Zeus. The ancient Olympics were a vital part of Greek culture, embodying the Greek ideals of physical fitness, competition, and reverence for the gods. These games were held every 4 years, a tradition that has remarkably persisted into the modern era. The revival of the Olympic Games in the modern era can be credited to Baron Pierre Coubertin, a French educator and historian. Coubertin was inspired by the ancient Greek tradition and sought to create an international sporting event that would promote peace and understanding among nations. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece in 1896, featuring athletes from 13 countries competing in 9 sports. This revival marked the beginning of what would become the world's foremost sports competition. Over the years, the Olympic Games have evolved significantly, both in terms of scale and scope. The number of participating countries and athletes has grown exponentially, with the Games now featuring over 200 nations and thousands of athletes. The range of sports has also expanded to include not only traditional events such as track and field, but also newer sports like skateboarding and surfing. This expansion reflects the Olympics' ability to adapt to changing global interests and cultural trends. One of the most significant aspects of the Olympic Games is their role in fostering international cooperation and goodwill. The Games provide a platform for athletes from diverse backgrounds to come together and compete under the banner of sport, transcending political and cultural differences. This spirit of unity and mutual respect is a core principle of the Olympic movement, embodied in the Olympic Charter and the Games motto Situs, Altius, Fortius, faster, higher, stronger. The cultural impact of the Olympic Games extends beyond the sporting arena. Host cities often experience a transformation as they prepare for the influx of athletes, officials, and spectators. This preparation can lead to significant investments in infrastructure, such as the construction of sports facilities, transportation systems, and accommodation. These developments can have long-lasting benefits for the local population, contributing to economic growth and urban renewal. However, the Olympics also pose significant challenges for host cities. The costs associated with hosting the Games can be exorbitant, often running into billions of dollars. These expenses can strain local economies and sometimes lead to long-term financial burdens. Additionally, the pressure to present a successful and safe event can result in social and environmental impacts, such as displacement of local communities and ecological damage. Despite these challenges, the legacy of the Olympic Games often includes positive cultural and social outcomes. The Games can inspire a sense of pride and unity among the host nation's citizens, fostering a collective identity and national cohesion. They also provide an opportunity to showcase the host country's culture, history, and achievements on a global stage, enhancing its international reputation and influence. The historical significance of the Olympic Games is also profound. The Games have witnessed and often more broader social and political changes. For instance, the 1936 Berlin Olympics were famously used by the Nazi regime as a propaganda tool, while the 1968 Mexico City Olympics were marked by significant political protests. More recently, the 2008 Beijing Olympics highlighted China's emergence as a global power. These instances illustrate how the Olympics can reflect and sometimes influence global events and trends. In conclusion, the Olympic Games are much more than a series of athletic competitions. They are a global phenomenon with deep cultural, historical, and social significance. From their origins in ancient Greece to their modern-day incarnation, the Olympics have been a beacon of human achievement and international harmony. Despite the challenges and controversies that sometimes accompany them, the Olympic Games continue to inspire and unite people around the world. Article 4. The science of earthquakes and tsunamis. Earthquakes and tsunamis are natural phenomena that have both fascinated and terrified humanity for centuries. An earthquake occurs when energy stored in the Earth's crust is suddenly released, usually due to the movement of tectonic plates. This release of energy generates seismic waves that travel through the Earth, causing the ground to shake. When these seismic waves reach the Earth's surface, they can cause significant destruction, particularly in densely populated areas. Tsunamis, on the other hand, are large sea waves triggered primarily by underwater earthquakes. They can travel across entire ocean basins, bringing catastrophic damage to coastal regions. The study of earthquakes, known as seismology, has advanced significantly over the past century. Seismologists use various tools to measure and analyze seismic activity, including seismographs, which record the intensity, duration, and frequency of seismic waves. By studying these recordings, scientists can determine the location, depth, and magnitude of an earthquake. This information is crucial for understanding the potential impact of future earthquakes and for developing early warning systems. Earthquakes are caused by the movement of tectonic plates, which are large sections of the Earth's crust that float on the semi-fluid asthenosphere beneath them. The boundaries where these plates interact are known as fault lines, and it is along these lines that most earthquakes occur. There are three main types of plate boundaries: divergent, where plates move apart; a convergent, where plates move towards each other; and transform, where plates slide past one another. Each type of boundary produces different kinds of seismic activity. Tsunamis are typically generated by underwater earthquakes that occur at convergent plate boundaries, where one tectonic plate is forced under another in a process known as subduction. When the subducting plate slips or breaks, it can displace a massive amount of water, creating waves that propagate across the ocean. The speed and height of these waves depend on the magnitude of the earthquake, the depth of the water, and the distance from the epicenter. In addition to earthquakes, tsunamis can also be caused by volcanic eruptions, landslides, and even meteorite impacts. Volcanic eruptions can displace water through the sudden ejection of material, while landslides can occur either above water or below the sea, pushing water and creating waves. Although less common, large meteorites impacting the ocean can generate tsunamis with far-reaching effects. The impact of earthquakes and tsunamis on human societies can be devastating. Earthquakes can cause buildings to collapse, trigger landslides, and rupture gas lines, leading to fires and explosions. Tsunamis can flood coastal areas, destroy infrastructure, and result in significant loss of life. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, for example, resulted in over 230,000 deaths and widespread devastation across several countries. To mitigate the risks associated with earthquakes and tsunamis, scientists and engineers have developed various strategies. These include designing buildings and infrastructure to withstand seismic forces, implementing early warning systems, and educating the public about disaster preparedness. Early warning systems, in particular, can save lives by providing crucial minutes for people to evacuate before a tsunami strikes or to take cover before an earthquake hits. Despite these advancements, predicting the exact time and location of earthquakes remains a significant challenge. While scientists can identify areas that are at higher risk based on historical data and geological conditions, the precise prediction of an earthquake's occurrence is still beyond our current capabilities. Research continues in this field with the hope that one day more accurate predictions can be made to further reduce the impact of these natural disasters. The study of earthquakes and tsunamis is not only important for protecting human lives, but also for understanding the dynamic processes of our planet. By studying seismic activity and the movement of tectonic plates, scientists gain insights into the Earth's internal structure and the forces that shape its surface. This knowledge is essential for advancing our understanding of geology, geophysics, and the history of our planet.